Water. It's all around us. Not only is 71% of the Earth's surface covered in water, our bodies are generally 60% water. And it's not just humans. All living things, from the tiniest of bacterias to the biggest creatures ever discovered, require water. And still, close to 40% of the global population lacks sufficient, clean water. In this documentary, we will go into the ethics regarding water. What we're wondering is it ethical for industrialized countries to assist developing nations in obtaining clean water when some of their own citizens cannot? The following segments will include all that we need in order to come to our own conclusion. When I was just 2 years old, I lived in West Africa. And being able to see firsthand what a lack of water puts people through, and at such a young age, really influenced how I see the world. It made me realize just how lucky we actually are. And I think that it made me more caring and compassionate to help those less fortunate than me. But in order to truly understand what it's like to be in a developing country, we first need to take a step back. And maybe rewind a little.
Poor children, eh?
Yeah. They were hungry. They wanted some food. Next time, what are we gonna do? What will we do?
We will give a good lullaby.
That's a good...
Yes.
Bienvenue.
That was me in 2011. I was just 3 years old. Here's a picture of a well that we came across. Notice all of the pollution? And here is a photo of African kids peeking under the metal door because they can't afford to go to public school. And here is an African girl carrying water for her family. Notice how she holds the bucket of water on her head? Well, as it turns out, this is actually quite common among rural areas. It's crazy, right? It really just makes you wonder how they do it. Well, it's because they do it every day. When people think about problems in developing nations, water is one of the first things that comes to mind. And while it's true that we all need to drink water, it's so much more than that. Because when you have just about 1 billion people walking for water every day, that's a huge waste of human brainpower. But let's imagine for a second that everyone in these developing countries had access to clean water. What would change? Well, for starters, parents could start providing for their families, and the children of those families would now have the opportunity to get educated, in turn giving more opportunities for the future generations, and over time, these countries would start building themselves up to a point where they don't even need our help anymore. And who knows? A huge discovery in renewable energy, or maybe even the solution to climate change, could come from a country that's still in development today. And that, to me at least, is incredibly inspiring. So now it's time to answer the big question. Is it ethical? Well, we can't decide for you. All we can do is give you the information you need in order to make your own decision. So think about it, because the choice is up to you.
Wait a second, I need to read this first.
I'm going to check the line real quick. I'm just going to bring the computer down.
Wait, what? The document cuts off after that.